So what our organisation does is to try to create a positive narrative on disability. Everything exists within a story. And the story can be either liberating or constraining. The story on disability is institutionally constraining. So what we try to do in the campaign for an inclusive economy and the Disability Resilience Network is to create a positive narrative, a story that liberates people's lives and liberates people to pursue possibilities. So we try to work very strategically. We don't really get, through the members, we get involved in individual disabled people's cases and trying to support them on the journey to employment. But as an organisation, we try to work strategically and develop strategic arguments for why it's a good thing to employ disabled people and why it's a good thing for disabled people to become entrepreneurs, inventors, run businesses, and support other people, other disabled people to do all of that. We're positive. We believe in abundance. We don't believe in a scarcity model. We believe that there are huge possibilities and that possibilities generate more possibilities. So we're optimistic, and that our positive nature is unusual. We also believe in having a dialogue with government, but we don't believe in having a dialogue with government about the supply side of the labour market, the disability labour market, but about the demand side of the disability labour market. And that's why enterprise is so important to us. So we're distinctive. We're, as I say, we're positive. We believe in abundance, not scarcity. We believe in policies on the demand side of the disability labour market, not the supply side, though that's a good thing too. So we are quite different, and we're a network, so nobody has to, people can adopt our philosophy and our approach in the jobs they're already doing and in the places they already live or work. They don't have to change to be a member of our organisation. It's about acquiring another set of arguments. It's not about abandoning any belief. It's about adding to your beliefs, adding the three things that we major on are resilience, innovation, and disruption. And we do that because even though we believe in EDI, equality, diversity, and inclusion, businesses are not set up in the main to deliver EDI. But every business has to be resilient against its competitors, has to disrupt the market in its own advantage, and has to innovate to do that. So every business has to be interested in innovation, resilience, and disruption. Not every business has to be interested in EDI. So by taking EDI, a kind of an egalitarian set of principles, and putting it through a prism that's quite on disruption, resilience, and innovation, we then get some new kind of light at the end of that. And that new kind of light, hopefully, should illuminate places where there's no consideration of disabled people and give disabled people the light to see new activities and to engage in new activities. So we believe in mutualism. We believe that disabled people should be a source of help to each other. And we should be maxing out on the way they support each other. So one of the things that characterises disabled people is that often they're socially isolated, there's low social capital, but we believe in reversing that by networking disabled people. And that's why we are a network. We're the Disability Resilience Network. And we think that disabled people are resilient, and can be even more resilient. And resilience is a transferable quality. Disabled people can transfer this resilience into organizations. And we want to set up an equation where disabled people offer their resilience in return for integration. And so as disabled people are integrated more and more, the organizations that they're part of become more and more resilient. The individual quality is required as an organizational quality. So that's why we think that resilience is a really vital way of giving advantage to disabled people. It's our life story. The challenges are huge and many, but the biggest challenge is always about self-belief. Disabled people are often characterized by being led. They're taken on escorted trips, they're taken on escorted journeys, they're given benefits in return for often some level forms of submission. It's not an empowering place to be a disabled person in the UK or anywhere in the world. So the disabled people have few role models. Disabled people have few mentors. Disabled people have few other, a few supporters. So the challenges are very many, but I think self-belief is at the heart of it. And so one of the things we focus on is why disabled people should feel proud of who they are. What is it about being disabled that is worthy and should attract respect? And so disabled people in the main require, as entrepreneurs, require networking, require the sharing of specialist information and general information. So general information like on forms of government support, but special information is specific to their health condition and the challenges that creates for them, or the type of business that they're trying to establish. So they require networking, they require specialist support and general support, preferably at the same time and probably from the same organisation. So the specialist organisations that are out there should in effect be attached to the general organisations on business support, like the CBI, the Federation of Small Businesses, British Chambers of Commerce. I believe these organisations should be funded to understand the disabled members within their own ranks already that they don't even know are there, but to have the specialist organisations attached to them as well, so that disabled people can obtain general information and advice about their business, and with specialist information that's specific to their disability. So yeah, these are the things that I think disabled people need foremost. They need to connect with their peers and then share information, experience, insights, the things that will help to progress their lives and their businesses.